Hi everyone, to a new clip. We are in Christchurch here in New Zealand. We're in Central City and our hotel apartment is just sort of down that way, which means nothing to you. But anyhow, I'm going to run a few clips here in Christchurch. David and I have already been here for a couple of days and we've done some exploring already. So I do want to take you through these archways, which you can see are quite beautiful. And back in 2011, late 2011, and then early 2012, Christchurch suffered through 2 earthquakes that were quite devastating. Okay, let's just look at a quick map here of Christchurch. I just need to find out where we are and sort of tell you where we're going. So we are, gotta reach up. We are up here. And then I want to take you through to the rose gardens, the botanical gardens. But I'm just going to primarily focus on the rose gardens. And it's about a 20-minute walk. And I did want to point out throughout Christchurch, there's the Avon River. You can see the blue line runs through Christchurch. And we're going to be walking largely through a pathway system. Christchurch is in the region of Canterbury, which is located on the east coast of New Zealand's South Island. It's a beautiful, splendid day today. Blue skies. Few clouds in that direction. Otherwise it's calm, it's lovely, and this is the type of day we've been experiencing. It's been starting the mornings off at about 14, and I think the warmest was probably about 22 or something, David? Yeah, about 22. We are wearing pants, not shorts. Oh, I want to show you, this is a botanical clock. We noticed it's about 5 minutes behind schedule. So my watch says that it is about 10 to 1. Well, yeah, and that, I don't know if you can see it. It says that it's about 20 to 2, or 1 actually. It actually is 20 to 1 on this clock. It sort of looks like 20 to 2, but it's not. Anyhow, it's beautiful. It's just a nice little point of interest. It's very walkable. And this parkway system used to be, once upon a time, I think in the early 1900s, was a roadway. So roads came through here. This park system really was not here. And they decided to close up the traffic, close to traffic, and make this a park. Yeah, so I think it was the early 1900s, right, babe, where this was a traffic came through here, and then they closed it up, make it a park. Okay, so David is going to direct me how to get to the botanical gardens. We were there yesterday, but I wasn't really paying attention to how we got there. And just sort of in that direction where the camera is angling, that's where there's some major shopping and restaurants. It's really a cool little environment in there, isn't it, David? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And here you can see part of the, or not part of, you can see the Avon River. It's quite shallow, at least in parts that I've seen, quite shallow. We have seen some geese and some ducks. And look at these magnificent trees. This is a birch tree, I think.
Willow.
Pardon me?
It's got to be a willow. Look at the leaves.
Oh.
Weeping willow.
Weeping willow?
Right.
Really? Okay. Yeah, birch.
Birch.
I think birch has a white trunk, right? Look at how beautiful, so majestic. And that's one thing we've really been noticing here in New Zealand, how beautiful the trees and foliage. Look at these beautiful plush leaves. These are gorgeous. Yeah, rather tropical, that's for sure. Not what we're used to in Toronto. I was reading that Toronto's expecting yet another snow dump coming up, and we missed the first two, I think, that happened earlier this month. Population, I've read some conflicting population numbers of Christchurch. I've read there's like 390 plus. I've also read there's 413 plus people that live here in Christchurch. And one thing I've noticed as well, there's not a lot of high-rises. Not high-rises as we know them to be in Toronto. There's a few that are maybe 20 stories, but not very many. I think we've only seen a few. Most are sort of the size of this building here. Oh boy, I think this zoom or something, this lens is kind of off. I'm not sure. I have to angle it where my little joystick is not working. I think this camera has seen better days. Very sunny. Lovely, lovely, lovely. One thing we have to remind ourselves, every time we cross the street, we're always constantly looking in both directions. Oh, this I want to put out here is, this is Quake City. So what they do after the earthquake that happened here, as I mentioned, in 2010 and 2011, if you pay to come in here and you can experience what it feels like to be in an earthquake. So as I was saying, we are constantly looking in two directions, which you normally have to do anyhow when you're crossing a street, but we find ourselves just, our heads are almost spinning because we're just so cautious about crossing the street, because I still get confused. Not confused, but it hasn't settled in my brain yet that, you have to continually look to the left versus looking to the right when crossing the street. So we have had those experiences. Even though it's a one-way street, we're still looking both directions. So I showed you a little bit of the Avon River, which winds through the center of the city, and it has large urban parks along its banks, and we've walked through at least one of them. And Christchurch has a reputation for being an English city. It's also known as the Garden City, and we're going to the Botanical Gardens now. But I am going to focus mostly just to show you the Rose Garden. It's so fragrant. We were there yesterday. There's also garden conservatories that I think are closed right now to the public. But it's a beautiful day for a walk. David and I have been out every day enjoying this city, just walking about and checking it out. We want to take a trolley ride because apparently if you take the trolley ride, it shows you some scenic views of the city. Okay, now we gotta watch out. Right? It's weird looking left and seeing cars coming from this direction versus coming from that direction. We've been here for probably just about a month now. When I say here, I mean the South Pacific, down under location. We flew here, but we're driving out in a couple of days and we're going to, what is it, Benheim? What is it?
Blenheim, well,
Glenheim.
Kaikoura and Blenheim.
Kaikoura and Blenheim. So David is driving. And I will be the princess passenger. So I'm not identifying the streets that we're walking down because I'm not looking at the street signs. But I just want to take you on a bit of a scenic walk. Beautiful park here, just open up to the public. There's a nice pathway through. I'm not sure what occurs on these larger fields. It just looks like there's pathways. It's just a green space for the public. I think we did see some people sitting down in the grass the other day, just having their lunch. Yeah, it's lovely out. So yesterday, we had a knock on the door. This was, I don't know, we had gone out but come back for a little bit, and then there was a knock on the door, and one of the hotel staff stated that they needed to come in to check our plumbing because there was a leak. And so of course, we let them in, they checked the plumbing, and so right outside of our room, apparently, is where they needed to fix the plumbing problem. So we let them in the room a couple of times, I think, to check the plumbing, and it's no sweat off our back. And anyhow, then we received a call later that evening thanking us for allowing us into the room, and they were providing us with a free dinner in the hotel. So we are going to take them up on their very kind offer, and we are going to have dinner free of charge in the hotel tonight. There's not even a breeze, hey love? It's just so calm. It's lovely. And you can hear the birds in the trees, I hope.
Or crickets, maybe.
I don't know, maybe crickets? I don't know. Wow, she's got that mastered. I don't know what that's called. You know what that?
Unicycle?
Oh, unicycle? Yeah,
Motorized
I guess
unicycle.
motorized unicycle. Yeah. I think they're supposed to stop for us. Oh, dude, thank you. Oh man, okay. Yeah, traffic, street corners and obvious pedestrian walkways. Not when I say everybody, I mean motorists will stop. Unlike Toronto, which will typically cars will stop for the most part. Pedestrians. So yeah, this park is, I think it's called Hagley Park. Yeah, Hagley Park. This is where the botanical gardens are situated. We need to cross the way. All right, let's cross the way. A little bit of a breeze picking up. Look how peaceful that river is, and it looks so shallow. Have we seen a deep spot of the river that you can recall?
No.
Not that we can recall. But it's so serene here. And this is just a lovely place to have a stroll. So right across from our hotel, there's an office building. It's an investment firm of some kind. So our windows look into their windows, which means, of course, they can look into our windows. So we have to be pretty cautious in the morning when we leisurely get out of bed and people are starting to fill up the office space. Anyhow, we're seeing all these people in the office. And David and I just say, remember those days? Been there, done that. It is nice to be retired. And I don't miss being in the office. I think the only thing, or one of the largest things that I miss is the colleagues that I worked with. I worked with some pretty awesome people. Oh, there's a lot of bird poo to dodge as we're... Ah, there you go, you see? There's a lot to dodge as I'm walking. Yes, joys of walking past near water. I remember, years ago, I worked in an office in a newly sort of developed area in Toronto, and they were starting to build a lot of offices, like office towers, and so there still was a lot of field in the neighborhood, a lot of fields undeveloped, and so there were, often a lot of critters, and I remember there were geese, and they would sometimes block the entryway into the office. So didn't want to disturb them, and I certainly didn't want them to disturb me. So I used to, when I would see them and they were blocking the doorway and they were getting angry as I approached, I would just enter through one of the other side doors or something. Yeah, I remember the geese. You don't want to mess with them. So what I think I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to turn off until we get to the botanical gardens, or at least near the botanical gardens. And I'll see you in your time in just a second. We're just about to enter the Central Rose Garden, but I just have to point out, look at this majestic, beautiful tree, and that man running by, you can sort of see the scale of how magnificent this tree is. Oh, wow. I'm just so impressed by Mother Nature, as you can see. There's a lot to be impressed by. Lovely. Okay, Rose Garden, here we come. So it looks busy. See a lot of people here. Now there's that rather interesting art installation It's a metal giant scale of a lovely red rose. Absolutely beautiful. So, so beautiful. And here are some lovely flowers as we enter. I don't know the names of these. What are they? Blanket flower, Arizona sun. I think that's an Arizona sun. And maybe those are blanket flowers? I don't know. I'm afraid I don't know. But look at how incredibly beautiful they are. They look healthy. The colors are vibrant. But I really want to take you into... So this is the entry of the rose garden. You can see this beautiful archway. Yeah, we were here yesterday. I was sniffing every rose I could possibly sniff. Look at how beautiful. Look at the colors. Oh, these, I love yellow. Love the color yellow. So, so fragrant. Red, and there's a peachy pink and this beautiful bubblegum pink here, yellow. Oh, wow, look at this one here. Oh my goodness. So fragrant. And look at that lovely red one.
What is the time?
So we'll just do a quick walk around here. It is called the Central Rose Garden. This garden was established in 1909. This is a scale of some of the roses that there are and what is where. It's mostly, the garden is considered a formal rose garden, situated near the conservatories. There's a conservatory there, but as you can see, it's not open to the public. It is under construction. Or not construction, it looks like it's being refurbished rather. And the garden contains a hybrid of modern garden roses, including the bush rose, climbing rose, standard rose, and miniature roses. Now the miniature roses I saw yesterday, where are they? Oh, there they are. Okay, I'll show you as we walk around, point them out. Look at how lovely, lovely they are. And that just exits the rose garden. And we'll just walk around here. Just take it all in, folks. I hope you are enjoying this. It still is considered a walk. We are walking through a beautiful garden of very, very fragrant flowers, roses. You can see how beautiful they are. It is so fragrant here. And here are the miniature roses. I used to have miniature roses in my front, but and they lasted several years. I bought them on sale for $5 the pot. You can see those are miniature roses. I bought a pot for $5 on sale. Oh, at the end of the season. This was probably, I don't know how long ago, less than 10 years ago. Anyhow, it lasted well. It lasted for about 5 years, and then we got hit with a really, really cold, well, this is more of a lavender color rose. And then I remember we got hit with a really cold spell in winter, like for a long period of time, and that rose bush did not survive. That was unfortunate. And this is considered a climbing rose. But how lovely is that? See you in the next clip. Okay, we're walking into the Arts Center. You can see it's this big, beautiful historic building. It's quite large, actually. So I want to take you through. You can see into the courtyard. But before, I want to just show you this floor. You can see how worn it is. Can you imagine how old this is based on the architecture of the building? This is original flooring. Look how majestic this is. It's beautiful. Now, let's see. Health Technology Center. Cloister Studio. There's supposed to be a really neat little shop here with artisan works. Let us see. Gotta remember where I came from because David is sitting in the shade waiting for me. Okay, through here perhaps. This reminds me a little bit of U of T. Some of these pathways through the buildings that make up U of T. Oh, here's a little shop that I want to go into. And you can see that probably still needs some restoration. Looks like it needs some, needs a little bit of work. Anyhow. See you in the next clip. This archway here and subsequent bridge right below is called the Bridge of Remembrance in honor of those who passed during the past wars that New Zealand participated in. And this whole area here, this is major shopping here. So should we walk down? Walk in the shade so it's a little easier to see. So in there, you see that little red arrow up there. It says market. That is a really happening place if you want to get food, like anything from delicious cookies to pizza to Asian food. Anything that you want really is through there. And we went to go there last night, but we left. It closes up at, what time did it close up? Like 5 or 6 o'clock, David? 6 o'clock, and by the time we got there, everybody was closing up. So we had to make alternate plans. But you can see the tram comes through here. But it is a major shopping mecca for the next few blocks. And I just wanted to show you a little bit of what's here in Christchurch. Some good shopping. So this is what it looks like for the next few blocks. And I will see you in the next clip.